Welcome to this deep dive into really a cornerstone of e-commerce success, keyword research for your Shopify store. This session is powered by Growth Suite. Growth Suite helps you run smart discount campaigns on your store. Test it for free on your Shopify store. We've been digging through the insights from the shopstrategy.com's guide to pull out the essentials for, attracting the right customers.
Yeah, our goal today isn't just scratching the surface. It's about really getting how effective keyword research can, well, fundamentally change your store's visibility and, let's be honest, your revenue. We'll look at practical strategies you can actually use, like right away.
Think about it this way. Keywords are kind of like the digital signals your ideal customers send out. If you're not tuned into the right ones, it's like having this amazing shop tucked away in some back alley nobody
Right,
knows.
a hidden gem that stays hidden.
Exactly. We want to make sure your Shopify store doesn't suffer that fate. So let's jump in. When we talk keywords for e-commerce, it's not really a one-size-fits-all thing, is it?
Not at all, no. The guide from the shopstrategy.com really stresses understanding the different, let's say, flavors of keywords. We often break them down by length, short versus long, and also by the searcher's intent. Like, are they looking to buy something or just learn or find a specific site?
Right. Okay, so short tail keywords first. These are the 1 to 3 word phrases like coffee mugs, lots of searches, which sounds great on paper.
Sounds tempting, yeah.
Go.
But the competition is usually fierce. And the person searching, their intent might be, well, pretty vague. They could just be browsing.
Or looking for pictures or ideas, anything, really.
Precisely. Now, contrast that with long-tail keywords. These are the longer, much more specific phrases, like ceramic travel mug with silicone lid under $25. The search volume is lower, yes, but
But the person searching knows exactly what they want.
pretty much, which often means a much better return on investment, especially if you're a newer store or operating in a specific niche.
That makes total sense. The guide used that example of a handmade soap store trying to rank for just soap is, well, tough.
Extremely tough. But targeting something like organic lavender soap for dry skin, that's where you can really connect with the right audience.
It's like you're joining a conversation they're already having in their head.
That's a great way to put it. You're meeting a specific need, which naturally leads to higher conversion rates.
Okay, so besides length, there's the why. Transactional keywords, these are the buying signals, right? Like buy eco-friendly yoga mat.
Exactly. Those are gold for your product pages, your collection pages. That's where you want people who are ready to pull out their wallets.
Then informational keywords, like benefits of using a jade roller, they're still exploring.
Right, they're in the research phase. Perfect for blog posts, guides, that kind of thing. You nurture them, provide value, and maybe lead them towards a purchase later.
And the last type, navigational.
Yeah, that's someone looking for a specific brand or website, like Patagonia fleece jacket. If you stock Patagonia, you want to capture that search so they find you.
So smart Shopify owners are like consciously mapping these keyword types to the right pages on their site. It's intentional.
Absolutely. It's all about meeting the customer at their specific point in the buying journey.
Okay, so we get the types. But beyond just categorizing, what are the vital signs, the metrics we need to watch? The guide mentions search volume, keyword difficulty, and click-through rate.
These are definitely your KPIs for keywords. Search volume, pretty straightforward how many people search for this term each month. But, and this is crucial, high volume isn't everything.
Right, it can be a bit of a vanity metric sometimes.
It can be, yeah. A lower volume keyword that perfectly matches a unique product you sell can bring in consistent, really valuable sales. It's often about finding that sweet spot, decent volume, but reasonable competition.
And speaking of competition, that brings us to keyword difficulty, or KD. How hard is it going to be to actually rank for this term?
Yeah, exactly. KD tools basically estimate how authoritative the sites currently ranking are. A high score means you're up against big players with lots of backlinks and strong content. So especially when you're starting out.
You probably want to aim lower.
Definitely. Prioritize those lower KD keywords first. Get some quick wins, build your site's authority, and then you can start targeting the more competitive terms. It's like climbing a ladder start on the lower rungs.
Okay, that makes sense. And the third metric, click-through rate, CTR. Just because people search doesn't mean they click your result.
Precisely. You might rank number 1, but if your title and description aren't compelling, people might skip right over you. So you need to focus on keywords where the search results are likely to get clicked, and then optimize your listing.
So product-focused keywords probably have higher CTR generally.
Usually, yeah, because the intent is clearer. And you can influence CTR too using strong titles. Maybe mentioning free shipping or exclusive in your meta description. Little things can make a big difference.
Okay, fundamentals covered. Now, let's get our hands dirty. How do we actually do this research for our own Shopify store? The guide says start with seed keywords.
That's your foundation, the absolute starting point. Think broadly first. What do you sell? Just describe it simply. Leather wallets, herbal tea, running shoes.
Your basic product categories.
Exactly. And don't forget your brand name, if applicable. Timber and hide wallets, for example. Then maybe think about the problems you solve.
Like instead of just wallet, maybe a wallet that blocks card scanning.
Perfect. And definitely talk to your team, especially customer service or sales folks. They hear how real customers talk about your products every day. That language is gold.
Good point. Okay, so we brainstorm, maybe talk to the team. Then what? Look at the competition.
Absolutely. Why reinvent the wheel? See what's already working for your competitors. Tools like RFs or SEMrush are great for this. You can see which keywords drive traffic to their sites.
And which of their pages rank highest.
Yeah, and what terms they're using in their titles and descriptions. Look for gaps, keywords they rank for, but maybe not super strongly. Those could be opportunities for you.
Okay, so we have our seed list, some competitor insights. Now we need to expand, find more keywords.
Right. And the guide points out a really valuable, often overlooked tool. Shopify's own search analytics.
The search is happening inside my store.
Exactly. What are people typing into your search bar? That's direct insight into your actual customer language when they're already on your site. Invaluable.
Wow, okay. That's powerful.
It really is. Then, of course, you use the standard tools, Google, Keyword Planner, Aleph, SEMrush. Again, integrate that data. They'll suggest related terms, give you volume estimates, difficulty scores, the whole picture.
And don't forget the freebies, like Google's searches related to at the bottom of the results page.
Definitely. And Google Autocomplete, just start typing your seed keywords into Google and see what suggestions pop up. These often reveal fantastic long-tail variations.
Like typing handmade soap might suggest handmade soap for sensitive skin.
Precisely. Real searches people are making right now.
Okay, so now we might have this massive list of potential keywords. We need to filter it, right? Find the actual gold.
Yeah, refinement is key. The absolute first filter has to be relevance. Be honest. Does this keyword accurately describe what I sell?
Would someone searching this term be happy landing on my page?
Exactly.
Right.
Is the intent aligned? If not, cut it. Chasing irrelevant keywords just leads to high bounce rates and low conversions. Be ruthless.
Quality over quantity makes sense. Then the guide talks about assessing commercial intent.
This is crucial for e-commerce. You want to prioritize keywords that signal someone is ready or almost ready to buy. Look for words like buy, shop, price, discount, maybe specific model numbers or comparison terms like best or top.
So those informational keywords, how to, are more for the blog.
Generally, yes. Use them to draw people in, educate them, build trust. But for your product and collection pages, focus on those terms with clear commercial intent.
And for e-commerce, timing is everything. Seasonality.
Oh, absolutely. You need to know when certain products or categories peak. Use Google Trends that shows you historical search interest. You'll see when winter boots spikes versus, say, sandals.
So you can plan content, promotions, inventory.
Exactly. Create a calendar around those seasonal keyword opportunities.
This is really painting a clear picture. Now, what about niche stores? The guide has specific strategies for them. Why is tailoring the approach so vital if you're, not selling mainstream stuff?
Because in a niche, broad tactics just get drowned out. The competition on general terms is too high. Your power lies in really understanding your specific products and, crucially, the unique language your target audience uses.
Okay, so step one is defining that niche really clearly. How do we do that effectively?
Dive deep into your product catalog. What makes your stuff unique? Specific materials, handcrafted techniques, where does it come from, what's the price point, luxury, budget, mid-range? All these details can become keyword modifiers.
So not just cutting boards, but maybe handcrafted, sustainable black walnut cutting boards from Vermont.
Exactly. And you need to know your customer inside out. Build those detailed buyer personas. Demographics, interests, pain points, how they shop, how do different segments within your niche search.
Like a luxury skincare store might have people searching for eco-conscious anti-aging serum versus retinol alternative for sensitive skin.
Precisely. Different needs, different language.
And for these niche markets, long-tail keywords become even more critical, it seems.
They're absolutely essential. Less competition, much higher conversion rates usually, because the intent is laser-focused. They pre-qualify the visitor.
Uh,
Plus, they're great for voice search.
so instead of just chef's knife.
You might target hand-forged Japanese blue steel judo chef knife. Someone searching that knows exactly what they're looking for.
How do we find these super specific niche terms? The guide mentions mining customer reviews.
Yes. Your own reviews, competitor reviews, they're packed with the exact phrases customers use. Also, hang out where your audience hangs out, online niche forums, Reddit subreddits, Facebook groups. See what questions they ask, what terms they use.
Using tools like Answer the Public to see questions people ask.
Great idea. And even just typing related terms into Amazon's search bar and seeing the suggestions can uncover buying-focused long-tail keywords. Like a camping gear store might find ultralight tent fits backpack pocket from a forum discussion.
Okay, what about stores selling internationally? Or even just targeting specific cities? Location matters.
Hugely, localization is key. If you have physical stores or target-specific areas, incorporate location-based keywords. Handmade jewelry, Portland, Oregon, for example. These often have high purchase intent.
And put those terms in titles, descriptions, maybe even local-focused blog content.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And remember, translation isn't enough for different markets.
Right, sneakers versus trainers.
Or thongs versus flip-flops. Different regions use different words. You really need to work with native speakers or use region-specific keyword tools to understand those nuances. Build separate strategies for each language or key market.
Okay, wow. So we've done the research, the refining, the niche considerations. Now the implementation, putting these keywords into our Shopify store. Let's talk on-page optimization.
Right, this is where the rubber meets the road.
Yeah.
Product titles and descriptions are prime real estate. Use your main transactional keywords naturally. Try to get important ones near the beginning of the title, but keep it readable and appealing.
So not just blue t-shirt, but maybe men's organic cotton blue t-shirt, slim fit, eco-friendly.
Much better. And in the description, expand on that. Use related keywords, focus on benefits, but don't just stuff keywords in Google's wise to that now. Use Shopify's fields effectively. Titles, descriptions, alt text for images.
Alt text for images. Good reminder. And collection pages, often overlooked.
Very often. They're perfect for those broader category-level keywords. Optimize the collection title, write a keyword-rich description, maybe 150, 300 words explaining the category, and use keyword-rich breadcrumbs if your theme supports them.
Okay, that's the visible stuff. What about the technical side of SEO on Shopify? URLs, site structure, super important. You want clean, descriptive URLs with keywords. So not your store.com products SP12345, but something like yourstore.com products men's waterproof hiking boots.
Makes sense. And a logical structure.
Yeah, use hierarchies for collections where it makes sense, like footwear, hiking boots, waterproof. Helps users and search engines understand your site layout.
And Shopify has built-in SEO features we should definitely be using.
Absolutely. Title tags and meta descriptions, you can and should customize these for every important page. Put primary keywords near the start of the title tag. Write meta descriptions that make people want to click. A good format is often primary keyword, secondary keyword brand name.
Like men's waterproof hiking boots, Vibram soul trekking shoes, Alpine Outfitters.
Perfect. And don't forget, redirects for old pages and canonical tags, especially if products appear in multiple collections, to avoid duplicate content issues. Shopify helps manage these.
Content marketing, like a blog, seems like another huge opportunity, especially for those informational keywords. It's massive. Your blog lets you capture people earlier in their journey. Target those how-to, what is, best way to type keywords. Plan content around customer questions, product uses, comparisons, industry trends.
So a skincare store might blog about how to layer skincare products.
Exactly. Organize your blog categories logically, maybe mirroring your product categories. Consistent quality content builds authority over time.
And what if a really valuable keyword doesn't quite fit a product or collection page or even a blog post?
That's where dedicated landing pages come in. You can create specific pages targeting, say, solution-based keywords like gifts for coffee lovers, seasonal terms like best Father's Day watches, or comparison keywords like silk versus cotton pillowcases.
Make them really comprehensive and focused on that keyword.
Yes, high-quality, targeted content with clear links to relevant products.
Okay, this is a lot of work up front, and it sounds like it needs ongoing attention. How do we measure success? How do we know if it's actually working?
Great question. Because it is an ongoing process. You absolutely need to track performance and refine your strategy.
The guide mentions Shopify Analytics first. What should we look for there?
Shopify Analytics gives you great insights into acquisition, where traffic comes from, how it converts, behavior, which pages are engaging people, And conversion sales by source or content. Pay special attention to conversion rates by landing page. High traffic but low conversion. Might be a keyword intent mismatch.
So the traffic is there, but they're not finding what they expected based on the search term.
Exactly. And for direct keyword data from Google, you need Google Search Console.
Right. Connecting that to Shopify seems crucial.
It is. It tells you which actual search queries brought people to your site, your average ranking position for those queries, your click-through rate. Invaluable data. You can see which keywords are working, which are close but need a push. Maybe discover keywords you didn't even know you were ranking for.
And setting it up is fairly easy with Shopify.
Yeah, usually adding it as a property and verifying with the HTML tag method works well.
So we're tracking, we're analyzing, but the digital world never stands still, right? Algorithm updates, market changes.
Always. You have to stay informed. Follow reputable SEO blogs, join communities, keep an eye out for major Google updates. But don't panic and make drastic changes overnight after an update announcement.
Wait and see the actual impact first.
Analyze the data, see how your site is affected, and then make measured adjustments. Don't chase algorithms blindly. Focus on good content and user experience.
So it boils down to regular audits. How often should we revisit our keyword strategy?
Quarterly is a good rhythm for many stores. Dig into your Search Console and Shopify data. See what's working, what's not. Update content on underperforming pages. Look for new keyword opportunities. Maybe expand content around your winning keywords. And watch for changing search patterns like more question-based searches due to voice assistants.
Okay, so as you're doing all this refining, getting that keyword strategy humming, and seeing more visitors, this seems like a good point to mention Growth Suite again, because getting traffic is one thing, converting it is another.
Absolutely.
Growth Suite is designed precisely for that conversion part. It lets you track visitor behavior on your site and then offer, personalized, time-sensitive discounts. It's a powerful way to capitalize on that increased visibility you've worked so hard for with your keyword research.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
If you understand the intent behind the keyword that brought someone in, you can tailor that Growth Suite offer to be much more effective.
Exactly. Match the offer to the visitor's likely stage in the buying journey.
Well, that brings us towards the end of this pretty deep dive into Shopify keyword research. We've certainly covered a lot, from the basic types and metrics to niche strategies, and importantly, that ongoing measurement piece.
Yeah, I think the key takeaway is that effective keyword research isn't really a task you finish. It's an ongoing journey, constantly adapting. But by implementing these strategies, you're not just, chasing rankings for the sake of it. You're building a solid foundation for real growth.
You're connecting with customers who are actively out there looking for exactly what you offer.
And speaking of turning that connection into sales, ready to turn your increased traffic into more revenue? Growth Suite offers features like automatic unique discount code generation, really high-fidelity countdown timers, and advanced behavioral targeting to help convert those, maybe hesitant buyers.
Plus, its scheduled campaign feature is perfect for capitalizing on those seasonal keyword trends we talked about earlier.
Definitely. You can see how Growth Suite might work for your Shopify store. You can test it for free today.
So we really encourage you to take action on what we've discussed. Start small, maybe. Pick one or two areas in your own store. What are your top keywords now? Are there some long-tail opportunities you've maybe overlooked?
Just start digging in. The journey to mastering Shopify keyword research is definitely continuous, but it's packed with opportunities for discovery and ultimately for growing your business. We hope this deep dive gave you a solid footing and some clear next steps.
Yeah, hopefully this helps you take your store's visibility to the next level. And remember, this deep dive was powered by Growth Suite. Growth Suite helps you run smart discount campaigns on your store. You can test it for free on your Shopify store.